Follow trends, run it up. Say that with my chest, run it up. No, I will not bend, run it up. Gang time in it, gang time. Don't follow trends.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Patriots' athletic corner, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Pats.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan. On the opening play, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To throw is Ryan. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on second down. Ryan to the right side, complete to Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Ryan. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they go back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now Ryan. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game.
Defensive strategy. That particular play just came from the outside.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. On first down, they go with Mostert again. He's got a little daylight. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. John Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 80 yards. They go play action now. Ryan.
And as we discovered in time,
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week.
We didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Indy set to go on offense once more. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Ryan hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. There's Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Here's Jones. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. This is Smith with a run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Mostert. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Stevenson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Colts pick it up, and they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ryan. Touchdown, Colts. Alec Pierce, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. The Patriots at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Open man right side, Myers. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Raheem Mostert, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are
Automatic
giving up extra
down.
yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Dever who gets it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. And the Colts coming out now. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put together a nice drive? Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The toss here completed to Pittman. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Still on his feet. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now Ryan on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Past the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. After the interception, here's Ryan. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are back within a score.
Personal foul, roughing the passer for defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox. As the first half is winding down. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. shot before break. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded just outside the goal to the 22-yard line. Mac Jones of the Patriots ready for another chance here on offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Stevenson again. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now we give to Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Jones on the return. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 155 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yep. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton from 3 yards out. And the Pats have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this one complete to Dooling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, and his pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. It's caught. Still. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out of stuff to run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they drive 4 plays. And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On first down, Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 32 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. Second down, here's Mostert again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now this throw caught left side. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown Colts! Ashton Doolin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right out the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Patriots offense heads back out there. We get another look at Tyquan Thornton. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Room here to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. Leading the 4th quarter, this is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On the move past the 40. Another big play here as they strike for 31. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, if you come up with this defensive coordinator now, this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't, because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll find Pittman. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Ryan. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play.
That's caught at the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run right side with Mostert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it'll be a good time in the back bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New England, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.